Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the series I've called WCWWECW, in which I'm going to watch all of the pay-per-views from those three companies plus NXT and NXT UK in chronological order. Today we have pay-per-view 2, Starrcade 1984, following last episode, Starrcade 83. I don't know much about this Starrcade except it's got Dusty Rhodes in it and Ric Flair. I hope it's a good show. Let's get on with the action. So the new pay-per-view shows off the highlights and the kind of botched kind of crossbody end to the last pay-per-view. Okay, fine. Old Faithful are back. We got Wario and Waluigi here starting the show, telling us, oh yeah, there's the highlights. And aren't we all excited for the main event with the $1 million match? That is stupid. And then it cuts to black behind them because I think it's a green screen. It might just be a window. I don't care enough to find out. Let's see what goes on next. Ring announcer here now, and he says, "Welcome to Starrcade, the show of the millennia." What a dumbass. Because that clearly isn't true. And then he looks like he just doesn't want to be there while he waits for the wrestlers to come out. He's like fumbling his paper. But yeah, and now we have our first match between Denny Brown and Mike Davis for the NWA World Junior Heavyweight Championship. With Earl Hebner, the cheeky bugger, as referee. Let's see how the match goes down. Well, that was a load of fucking bollocks. So much to go over. There was a really bad botch where a guy couldn't. Well, I think it was Danny Brown. I don't know which one's which. Purple trunks. He's trying to get out the ring. He got Irish whipped out, but like he fumbled on each rope somehow. And then the finish was, I still don't really know what happened. So I replayed it like 4 times. I still don't really know what happened. So I think it was a German suplex, but because of the landing, both sets of shoulders were on the floor. But the guy in purple got his shoulder up. But I think it's a dusty finish, right? Fuck knows why they did that in the first match, where Dusty's literally in the on the show. Maybe I don't. It was a weird. And then the belt grim as well. Look at the sharp edges. You'll go fucking pick a coin up off the floor, and there's your intestine on your fucking shoes. Let's see what the fucking Bert and Ernie bastards have to say about that. That finish was so bollocks, I forgot to give my review in the cage match review. So I'd give that an incredibly strong 3 out of 10. No, 2 out of 10, because that was shite. I give that 2 out of 10, so 1 star. Cage match, on the other hand, give it 3.69 out of 10. But yeah, woot. They fucking what? Wait, they just showed a replay in slow mo, and it was like, oh, They didn't show the replay well because they didn't have an angle. So my head and what I think happened, which makes the most sense. What the plan was, it was going to be a double pin, but the guy that got suplexed, who then won the belt, got his shoulder up. But like they didn't show us that, and then they did a replay of a count, but I'm pretty sure they only showed a 2 count. Anyway, our boy's back. We're back with Tony in the dressing room. Let's see what he's got to say. Tony just says, "Look, guys, we're back here tonight. We've got so much good wrestling tonight. The wrestling fans are going to like the wrestling tonight." Then Ric Flair's walking around the back, says it's going to be exactly the same as last year. So, yeah. I mean, it was fine last time. Unless Deborah's here. Nothing against Deborah, but her asking people who's going to win and literally every single one of them saying Ric Flair is really fucking annoying and boring. Because of course Ric Flair's going to win. It's fucking Flair, lads. Anyway, back to the ring. Well, Mr. Adidas, not Mr. Adidas, but Mr. Ito versus man like, is it Graham? George? Brian Adidas versus Mr. Ito was a wrestling match that I have watched. It was fine. I'd probably give it like, I don't know, what fuck up there. Probably a 4 out of 10, 2-star match. It wasn't anything amazing. Did end on an airplane spin, which was bollocks. And there was some like racist tones in his eyes. A crazy man from the Far East. They also called him Sneaky because, you know, the 80s. But yeah, back to fucking Dumb and Dumber. See what they got to say now. So Spoonaholics, they said fuck all, but they did have replays of the match, which is kind of nice. They just said, "Oh yeah, everyone's looking forward to the last match," which is really damning indictment of everything else on the show. It's a weird thing, old wrestling, because only one match per card actually matters. Like, yeah, there are championship matches and grudge matches. No, just watch the main event. That's all they care about. This one, because as I was saying last one, every single thing was, is it going to be Flair or fucking I forgot his name, Harley Race? It's called, yeah, Harley Race, not Harley Davidson, Harley Race. But yeah, Rick and Morty out here being like, good show. Next match for the great people of the Greensboro Coliseum. Back to the ring to see what's next. So that 10-minute match felt like it was my goddamn life. 11 minutes, and it genuinely felt like 30. Jesse Barr and Mike Graham, they did maybe 7 moves. Most of them were like a knee bar, a knee hook, and then figure four. But the majority of the match was just, Hebner going, "Did you pull his hair?" And I'm going, "No, I don't need to pull hair." Like 5 or 6 times. I think the main part of that match was hair pulling. Also, just like, what was the point in the whole match? It was going to be a cheat win. Like, I guess, cool, he's a heel, but like, I waited 11 minutes for him just to use his feet on the ropes in a boring roll up type thing. No major moves. I think there was a sunset flip that was cool, an O'Connor roll suplex. That should have been the finish. Don't just be a dumb fuck of a roll up. But yeah, let's see what's next on this wrestling show. So I'm pretty sure I fucked up again, not telling you the match rating. So cage match were a bit more generous than I. Cage match gave that 10 minutes of "Did you pull his hair?" They gave it 4.52, so I gave it 2 stars. If you're a star rating based person, I am. But to make the comparisons to cage match easier, I'd do it other way. But yeah, see what's next. Ah! Right, well, what the fuck? So the guy's celebrating, and then it cuts away, and now it's just some footage from an old show, and Ricky Steamboat gets attacked, and some dude, I don't know his name, I could Google it, I could have listened and remembered, but I didn't, and I don't care. He gets all BDSM'd up in the corner. He's just going, yeah, yeah. Then this was hardcore BDSM pornography. Then Ricky gets, like, they take a shoe off, they like hold him up, and then a third guy like jumps and hits him on the back. What the? I like. Is it a video package? Is it here's something that happened that led to some of these matches? But look at the fucking match card. None of the people are in that. Are in the next match or the next match. Unless the other guy. Unless I don't know who the other guy is. But Ricky's not until the semi-main event. We're only in match like 4. And he's not in. Ricky's in match 10. I don't get that. Anyway, I think fucking. I don't know. What's a funny 2-piece? Darth Maul and the yellow Darth Maul. What's his name? Devarsho Press. Them two. See what they've got to say. The silly buggers. So Muscle Man and High Five Ghost here. Obviously, Muscle Man being the bloke on the left. They explain, here's some footage from last time where Ricky Steamboat got injured. I don't care. Like, I should, but I don't, because he clearly didn't. He got jumped on with a boot. Like, use a chair, use a machete, use a fucking handgun. Like, a boot. Piss off. Anyway, then there's really loud screaming in the background, and now we're on to the next match with everyone's favourite wrestler, Assassin One-In. So that match was an absolute fucking clusterfuck. I have no idea what happened. I don't know how the finish happened. I saw one man get pinned, and then, like, 30 seconds later, the match just ends. I am confused. I am frustrated. Let's see if fucking Eminem and Dr. Dre. Nah, it's not as funny. I can do a better one than that. Lenin and Trotsky. Let's see what Lenin and Trotsky have to say about that bollocks. Oh, and for reference, before we go to the bloody commies, that wasn't given a rating by Cage Match because it was under 5 minutes, even though my thing says it's 5.5. Wikipedia vs Cage Match, who fucking cares? Anyway, I give that two. 2. Yeah, I'm giving that 2. No, actually, more. Do I go half star? Do I go 1 star? It wasn't offensive. I'll give it 2 because no, actually, fuck that. 1 out of 10, half star match. I was utter bollocks. No idea how the match ended. Hardly knew the rules. It was complete shite. But yeah, let's see what comrades have to say to that shit. We now go over to Trump and Pence, as I've recently said. They just say, "Oh, look, Flair Dusty, that'll be a good match." They didn't explain what the fuck happened in that finish, but now we're off to see My Son and My Stars, Tony Schiavone, in the dressing room with, "Ooh, Dusty Flair!" Not Dusty Flair, Dusty Rhodes. Dusty and Tony just be like, "Yeah, Flair in it," and then Dusty's like, "I'm gonna beat your ass, Rick. You're gonna be yesterday's newspaper. I'm gonna have $1 million." And it's a decent promo, but yeah, he just sounds like Wesley Willis with a lisp. But yeah, he's just saying, "I'm gonna win." I can't tell if he's face or heel. I'll tell when Flair starts talking, because Flair will probably be like, "You won't tie my Dusty with a tear in my eye." I'm hurting my throat doing this for you. The spooner maniacs out there. I make the sacrifices, the spooners out in the wild. Anyway, what's next? So we had the Brass Knucks Championship, which I didn't actually explain where the Brass Knucks were. They just said it's the Brass Knucks Championship. So I worked out using my big brain that the brass knuckles were hidden under their tape. The match was fine. I mean, calling a wrestling match be a bit extreme. It was 2 lads with brass knuckles just punching each other for 7 minutes. So, I mean, wrestling-wise, ain't great, but it wasn't the worst match of the card. The one before was fucking dreadful. So, I give it 3 out of 10, 1.5 stars. I know it's quite low, but, like, fuck off. Yeah. Cage Match gave it 3.72. Let's see what... who can I think of as a double act? See what Simon and Garfunkel have to say next. So here we have Jordan and Syria. They just say, "Oh, new Brass Knucks champ," and then they say we've got a 7-minute intermission, which I have no idea what that can entail. They say they're going to show some old footage of the show we've already watched. Stupid idiots. So we had like a 10-second highlight of the main event of last year's Starrcade. Okay, and then Dick Blood comes on to say, "Oh yeah, fuck you, Terry Blanchard. I put my own money up here." No, you didn't. And he does this, "Oh, my lower ribs are hurt. I've had to see a chiropractor. Oh, I'm dying." They show us the footage. They hit him once in the stomach with a boot. It'd have been more damage if they just, kicked him with a boot, or hit him with a chair, or like threw him out the ring, or shot him directly in the back with a sawed-off shotgun. Like Ricky Steamboat. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. The fuck, bruv? Brev? Whatever the hip kids are saying these days. Anyway, we're back to fucking, I don't know, Sid and Nancy. See what they got to say. So go back to Jack and Daniels. They're just saying, "Oh, look, Ricky Steamboat, so good. He's put this money up himself. The other guy can't run." I don't care. Why is there an intermission? It's a wrestling show. I want to see people wrestle. Urgh. Anyway, Tony, what you got to say, mate? Then we got Tony Schiavone. I think his name's JJ Dillon. I don't care. And Tully Blanchard. They're just saying, "Oh, what happened to Ricky, guys? Did you do?" And they're like, "Oh, Ricky's already just got excuses. Girlfriend." And I hate this. This is one of the worst things about wrestling. It's just nothing. They're just saying heel things to be heels. At least in the modern day, it's just a fucking video package. So here's the next one. They're just going, "Oh shit, we got 20 minutes. We got to fill." Tony, go and talk to them. Poor Tony Schiavone. He was a bash at the beach. And when they showed the CM Punk footage, cry me a river. Anyway, let's go see what fuck and off have to say. So 60 and 9 here, just being like, "Oh yeah, he's a sneaky bugger, Terry Blanchard. I don't care." And then they're like, oh, we have other matches. You know, we got the superstar Billy Graham. He's here. And then they end it with now back to Starrcade 84. Hopefully something good happens. Also, I saw you two people that were looking at the camera from behind you. I saw you with my own eyes. Well done. Let's see what's next on Starrcade 1984. So they get entrances for the tuxedo match. That'll be fine. The match goes less than 5 minutes. So what was the fucking point? Holy fucking shit! It's Assassin 1. Well, that was fucking bollocks. So it was a tuxedo match, basically 2 minutes. I mean, it says it was 4. It definitely wasn't. There was bleeding. Like, sure. Probably going to give it 2 out of 10. 1 star. Because at least... No, oh, I don't even know if it's worth that. Shit, am I going to give up 2 1s on the same show? I might be. Because that was bollocks. They didn't explain the rules. They said anything goes. And all that happened was a guy very obviously bladed. There was the one of the people from the teams earlier came in and was like, oh, then the ref got pushed. Then JJ Dillon came in, knocked a guy out with a can, and then the match ended. Yeah, that's 1 out of 10. That was bollocks. Comparatively, Cage Match gave it 1.64. This show so far is rocking an average of only 2.5, only a star and a half for the whole show. It needs to get better soon. Right, let's go see what fucking left ear and right ear have to say. So we get sent back to Chump and Longview to just see basically a slow-mo replay of the end of the match, which was absolute bollocks. And then that's it. And now we go off to see Tony Schiavone with Flair. Woo. Ric Flair and Tony Schiavone are like, oh, Dusty Rhodes, gotta be half the man you say you are. You're walking in the ring with the best. And that was a Dusty Rhodes voice, not a Ric Flair voice. Because Ric Flair just sounds like a normal man with an incredibly big lisp at this point. He's not got his profiling, limousine ride voice yet. Anyway, yeah, back to fuck off and bollocks for some waste of my time. Deliberately, they do this. Go back to them every time they can just to piss me off. We're now back to Harold Godwinson and Howard Hadrada. I don't remember what they said, mainly because I spoke over it the whole time. It kind of been important. I do not care for them. I think we have a match coming up. I fucking hope we do. I want more wrestling on my wrestling show. Kill me. Another absolute bollocks finish. Are they allergic to doing good wrestling? Because none of the matches so far have been anything above 2 stars. This is bollocks. They know it's bollocks. It's a DQ finish. If I have to see those grumpy gits again before I want to see a good wrestling match. We've got 4 matches left. This match got 3 out of 10. Cage Match gave it 3.62. I just want some good wrestling, for fuck's sake. We go back to fucking shampoo and conditioner. I'm fucking sick of this shit. I just want to see wrestling matches. Like, they go, oh, we've got some big things coming. Let me see the big things, you bellends. It's not been a good match this show. The next, 4 have to pick up. Otherwise, I'm gonna be pissed. You won't like me when I'm pissed because I'll stop caring. I mean, I don't really care. WrestleMania 1 next week though. Woo woo woo. And I forgot about this. I didn't think of it before. The reason they had the American national anthem wasn't because it's the national anthem time and it's boring. It's because the Cold War. As you can see here, big Russian bastards. Both, I'm pretty sure, born in Canada. But you know, the East. Were these guys incapable of booking just a competent finish? Like, Jesus. So, it's fine. There's a swear in this match and it got beeped out, which is kind of cool. Main crux of the match is just it's a good tag match, face heel tag match. The finish is kind of just another fucking roll up. Like, how many of these matches have been fucking roll ups or DQs or fucking bollocks? I just want a nice match. And fucking looking at the card ahead, I know there's more bollocks finishes. Like, what the hell? I just want a good match, you know? You silly bollocks. But yeah, I give this, I don't know, probably 5 out of 10, 2.5 stars. It's probably the most acceptable match we've had so far. Nothing great though. Got 3 more matches to go, and we still got how long left on the pay-per-view? Oh, only about an hour. You know, that's not too bad. But yeah, that match was the longest. It's the longest match of the night. Somehow, no, it wasn't. Yeah, it was. Jesus, it was the longest match of the night. It is the longest match of the night. It was a grudge match. I kept specifically saying, "Oh, this is a grudge tag match," but then it doesn't mean anything different. Just they don't like each other. Kept talking about how the Russians were so Russian but like they're born in Canada. Anyway, back to the fuck ends that are just gonna waste my fucking time. Here we have Wee Wee and Poo Poo. They're just showing off that they have a slow-mo camera, which they've done every single time. Nobody cares, lads. And now they're like, oh, I think Tony Blanchard could be DQ'd, and if he runs away, he also loses. And they keep talking about $10,000 on the line, blah, blah, blah. Jesus, who cares? Anyway, we got Dick Blood versus Big Tully Blanchard. This is probably going to be match of the night because it's got Dick Blood in it, a.k.a. Ricky Steamboat. And yeah, by what Cage Match says, 7.37, so don't disappoint, lads. The Wrestling Observer, Dave Meltzer, actually reviews this. It's the first match he's reviewed. He gave it 8.5, so yeah, should be a good match. Anyway, fucking let's get on with it then. Me walking into Margarita Happy Hour. Here is Dick Blood's opponent walking out to, I hope what is on the network isn't the song we walked out to, because if it was, it's being anti-pop. It's worse than Death Rebel. It's just da-da-da-da on the guitar. Anyway, WWE, fork over some cash and let people play. Pay for the network to be able to have the songs people came out to. Like, yeah, and Sandman might cost you like 30 million. But like, shut up. Cheers. A very good match, but I mean, I think they overhyped it a little bit. But maybe that's just modern me being like, oh, it should be better. I'd probably give that a solid 7 out of 10, 3.5 stars. A little bit less than the cage match average, and a 1.5 less, or 1.5 less than Wrestling Observer. Good matches like Ricky Steamboat and Terry Blanchard. I don't know when he started being, but he did. Good little match. I do like Steamboat as a wrestler, but I don't know, something about the 80s wrestling, which it's just a bit more boring to me. I mean, that was a good one, but most of the card has been a bit naff. 2 more matches, though, so yeah, back to the divs. Thing 1 and Thing 2 are back, and they say how good the last match was and how it's a bit sad and how Thingy cheated. Then they put over the rest of the show. The next 2 matches, United States Heavyweight Championship. Oh, it is United States Heavyweight Championship, but then the World Heavyweight Championship in the last 2 matches of the show. Let's see who's got edited over music now. Superstar Billy Graham coming out here to the most generic mission windscreen from an old GTA game. Music. Woohoo McDaniel's coming out to, I'm pretty sure, the generic theme from earlier that I made reference to. Just buy the rights, WWE. Jeez, it can't cost that much. Fuck me. Woohoo McDaniels won in a really short match, which I didn't. Oh yeah, it was fine. It was a fine wrestling match that I have watched. I also commentary. I didn't realize how much of Superstar Billy Graham Hulk Hogan actually nicked, because he had 23-inch pythons, but Hogan had 24-inch. Anyway, I'm probably going to give this like a 4. So it's a 2-star match. Cage match and rest of us didn't review these. 1 match left, being the main event. but the show still has 37 minutes. So yeah, don't know how the fucking hell they're gonna have stretched out that long. Anyway, see what happens next. So yeah, it comes back to these bellends, these pricks, these bastards being like, oh yes, he didn't have the trunks. The reason I'm so sweary towards them is, especially in this clip, is because there's going to be a 10-minute intermission. And they don't mean intermission like they're going to just show some old wrestling, like kind of skip through. No, they're going to have to go interviews. I have to listen to and review for you the Spooner maniacs out there. But yeah, hope it's not too rough. I can just have a little kip. So here we see the Village People and Tony Schiavone. They are the referees. Well, one's a referee, and I think they're the judges for the main event in case it hits an hour, which it doesn't. The match goes 12 minutes. Spoiler. But it's just them saying like, yes, this is important. We know what we're doing. We want to have law and order in our wrestling. And then we're back to, I don't know, Eldon and Ring to see what they're on about. Right, Thicko and Thicky here. Just basically repeat what Tony Schiavone said. And then we're off to the ring. And next time you hear my voice, it'll be the next day because I'm off to bed. Kind of. See on the flip side, bitch. I'm back from my slumber for the main event entrances, and for some reason, I don't know if this is an overdub or not, but Dusty Rhodes is walking out to what can only be referred to as really bad porn music. It's just like slow and sensual, like it's porn from the 70s, where everyone has a big, thick moustache, and it's only missionary. It's very strange. See what Flair does. Rick comes out to the same old bloody Space Odyssey song, but his walkout entrance was vastly superior last year. Mainly because last year it was a load of smoke and it was all dark and stuff, and this time you kind of just see him hop over a little fucking fence, and it's a little bit silly. Anyway, let's see what happens in Teher match. So it was 12 minutes and referee fucking stoppage because of a bit of blood in his eye. I think that was quite a disappointing finish. Personally, it did tamper the match. The match was only 12 minutes, and like easily the last minute of that was just the referee, who was really annoying the whole match. He counted way too quick. He was being like, "Oh, you're bleeding," and then stopping the match. So yeah, sadly, Dusty Rhodes' first match I've ever watched for him is only getting 5 out of 10, 2.5 stars. But yeah, let's see what happens post match because there's still another 12 minutes of the fucking show. They could have just had this match go longer, couldn't they? And had an actual fucking finish. But oh no, bitten for the red stuff. Fucking nerds. So post-match, Dusty goes after the ref. I would have gone after the ref because he was trying to fuck on me. That's a cute reference because not only is that funny wrestling, haha, his son said that. And children. And then some lads put this massive fucking bandage on his head as if he's been shot point blank range with a cannon. He hasn't. He has a tiny cut. Silly shit. But let's go see what fucking Dick and Tweedle pussy say. No, that's bad. I need a better one than that. Hat and hair. Let's see what they have to say. Shithead and fuckhead basically say nothing. They just say, "Oh, boxing referee in a wrestling ring." That might be why the blood made it stop. Still bullshit finish. I'm still annoyed. I'd be actually annoyed. Yeah. Let's see what Tony Schiavone's got to say, because Tony Schiavone's actually good at his job. So Flair's in the locker room with Tony Schiavone. He says, "Oh, it's unfortunate how I won, but I did win. I'd give 120%. And then he shows the belt and the money. What? I don't care! Do something interesting. Fuck. Back to fucking Norm Macdonald and the other guy. Jesus Christ. Alright, so we have shit and piss here. They basically just reiterate everything they've said. It's just kind of boring. But Dusty has a good memory. He'll remember what the boxer man did to him. And now we're going to hear from Dusty and Tony, and then hopefully, mercifully, the show will fucking end. Urgh. Dusty then cuts a good promo, being like, Joe Frazier, you a bitch. It doesn't lead to anything. I wikied it. Joe Frazier's only other thing to do with wrestling is he's the corner man in Mania 2 for the boxing match between Mr. T and Roddy Piper. Joe Frazier shouldn't have been the ref. I could have told you that. Because he's a boxer. I assume it's a work. I could find out if he like shoot ended it early. There is a chance because Dusty clearly bladed, but like I mean I don't think Dusty was going to win this match at all. But I'm not sure if this was meant to be the finish because like it came so out of nowhere and it was so fast. But yeah, Dusty cuts a good promo. Now we're back to fucking Bob and Gordon. The shits. To waste more of my fucking time. So a live man and no longer a live man. Looking at you, Mr. 2000 Death. They just say, "Oh, I wouldn't want to be Dusty. I wouldn't be Dusty Rhodes either. But I definitely want to be Flair or Frazier because he's a raging bull. Because get it? But do you get it? Do you get it? Because one of the wrestlers that Dusty's friends with is called Raging Bull. Do you get it? And now we get a little highlight package. But I think there's something at the end of the show. So this is probably the penultimate you hear of my beautiful fuck off voice. So after the highlight reel, this guy, I can't remember his name, John Frazier maybe, gives an interview saying, "Oh look, man, we weren't there." This guy's clearly had many concussions. He slurs his words, and he basically just covers his own ass. But yeah, that's the end of the show. A bit of a lackluster ending. Like the whole presentation, this guy giving a shit promo. Show overall wasn't as good as the first Starrcade 83. Was fine. Like the Steamboat match was good. I think that's kind of it though. Like if you're gonna watch old wrestling, you can skip this one. 11 matches on average. My rating for the whole show is 3.5 out of 10. You know, the matches were fine. Like the only good match here was Tully Blanchard vs Steamboat, and then I guess the Koloff's match and the main event both goals get 5 out of 10. But yeah, nothing great, nothing world altering on this show. But yeah, compared to Cage match, I gave it 4.37, which is their issue, not mine. But yeah, I'd say a lot worse. Not a lot worse, but it's worse than the first one. This is like what I was right about watching old wrestling, where all the matches have kind of screwy, boring finishes. Like half these matches end in roll up or ref's decision or some bollocks like that. But anyway, that's the end of Starrcade 84. Now we move on to a different company altogether. Next time, we watch the original WrestleMania. Hit the like button, subscribe if you got this far, but no one has, so it doesn't matter. If you have, do those things because I don't want a real job. And I need 500 subs. No, I need 1,000 subs to get monetized. 500 subs to start selling YouTube merch. I also need lots of watch hours, but they'll come. Thank you for watching, you Spooner Maniacs. And yeah, I'll see you for WrestleMania 1 review.